Yay. This was, well, you can see just from the date on this, GCW February 15th. This was supposed to have been done weeks and months ago, Matt. So, Maths Belongs in Wrestling Part 2. We have a slightly different example to show you this time. So, this is a match between Jordan Oliver and Hammerstone. So,
Yes.
as we can see here, there's Jordan Oliver. Looks like he's in a bit of pain right now. So, obviously, he's reaching to the bottom rope to try and get him to break the hold within 5 seconds. There you
Yes.
go. You can see he's reaching. It looks like I don't think he's going to get there, to be honest. Just about. I think if I was I had one more clip there, I think he's actually going to reach the bottom rope. So why is this Maths Belongs in Wrestling Part 2? Jordan Oliver, what the hell are you trying to do? Why are you reaching for the bottom rope when you could just break the plane of the ropes by just putting your arm underneath? Because we know that that's a rope break as well, right? If you can break the plane of the rope, that's good enough as well. So I did look up. Jordan Oliver is 6 foot tall. I also looked up the difference between the bottom rope and the mat floor because I wanted to know what that was. And this is basically a summary of the picture, but without the wrestlers involved. So this would be their arm, and this is him reaching for the bottom rope, which is not a good idea. What you should be doing is, like I just said, you should be trying to break the plane. So, how do we know that that's the correct move, Matt? Well, let's have a look. So, there we go. Jordan Oliver is 6 foot tall. So, we can create a right angled triangle here. So, there's the arm length of an average 6 foot tall person, 30 inches. The rope height is 18 inches. So, if we look at this distance here, if that's less than 30 inches, then obviously it would be better to go for the bottom rope. Now, I don't need to tell you this because it's obvious, but obviously the hypotenuse is the longest side on the triangle. So for that reason, we know this is shorter, but it's just a case of how much shorter is it. So with this being a right, oh, there's a question already. Go ahead.
Is this give him a test?
Could be. Obviously, we can use the Pythagorean theorem for this. So I went and obviously labeled the sides A and B, and I called my hypotenuse C. And
I can only
there's
apologise, fan cops.
you remember for your GCSE math test that you took. I'm assuming you had to do A squared plus B squared equals C squared.
Probably.
Okay, you've forgotten. Okay, well, that's fine. We can also rearrange this to solve for B because that's obviously what we're trying to find in this question. So as you can see, I just substituted in the lengths here for B and C. You can trust me on the numbers. I promise this is right. And the length B would actually be 24. Now, I probably took you on a little bit too long on this. You probably realize that was a Pythagorean triple anyway,
Of
Matt, right?
course.
So this is a multiple of 3, 4, 5. So we could have just done 24 as 6 times the 345 triple. So obviously that answer was 24. So what's important there for this then is you only need to reach 24 inches to get to the rope, whereas actually he was trying to reach 30 inches. He could have broke that hold much quicker by just going straight for the bottom rope. Now, I was happy with that answer, but then looking back at the picture, I realized I made a slight mistake. His arm isn't actually on the floor because his body's kind of up a little bit. So I actually looked to see what would happen if you looked at, say, 6 inches above the ground and then you reached your arm out to see what difference it would make. I'll save you the calculations this time, but it was 27.5 inches. But that's still 2.5 inches closer. So, in conclusion, this is why math is important. By using Pythagorean triples and right angle triangles, you can clearly see that it's better to go and break the plane of the rope than actually reaching for the bottom rope itself.
I have one answer to that, sir.
Yeah.
Drama.
Oh, please. You want to break the hold. It's painful when you're in a lock like that. That's obviously why you're reaching for the rope itself anyway. So,
Oh God, you've got such a lot to learn about the business.
all right, that's
your
it
ma-
for this
your
episode anyway.
maths is sound for sure. Your storytelling needs a lot of work.
All right. Well, I'm hoping there'll be a part 3 of this series at some point, but I haven't
Great.
found anything in the last 3 months. But for now, I just want to make sure that we included this before I forgot about it. So, hey, thank you for listening to this or watching this. I'm sure you had as much fun as this as Matt did, so that makes it
Yeah.
worthwhile just there.